Masters Vessel Classical Academy, Primary Section. On the roll.
Hello, pupils. How are you doing these days? It will be a great sight seeing you back to school again. But meanwhile, I'm delighted to have you again in today's class. And I will be teaching you social studies. My name remains Mrs. Edward Lovelyn Obi. You are welcome to today's class. But before we go on, I want us to use these 4 lines to inspire ourselves. So repeat after me. I have understanding. I think sharp. I have a retentive memory. My recall is excellent. Let's take it again. I have understanding. I think sharp. I have a retentive memory. My recall is excellent. Good. That's exactly what you are. You are brilliant. So as we go on, I want you to apply your understanding in what we are going to study today, and make sure that at the end of this lesson today, you recall all that we have done to enable you do your assignments. Now, our topic today is health-promoting behaviors. Health-promoting behaviors. And I'm teaching primary 4. Health-promoting behaviors. And what do we mean by health? Let's define the words in our topic today. Health. What is health? Health means being physically and mentally healthy. Health is the state of being physically and mentally healthy. Now, what do we mean by physically? It means your body, apart from the mind, just your body. You know, we have the body, we have the parts of the body. So when you are healthy physically, it means that the parts of your body are healthy. Then mentally is connected to the mind. Mentally, connected to the mind. So, health means the state of being physically and mentally healthy. Did you get that? Okay. Now, what about promoting? You know, I say that our topic is health-promoting behaviors. What about promoting? And promoting means helping something to happen, helping something to take place or happen. That is what promoting means. So, and behavior means how one behaves or acts. Now, I have explained our topic, and by the end of this lesson, you are expected to explain the meaning of health-promoting behaviors. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to explain the meaning of health-promoting behaviors. 2, state 3 health-promoting behaviors we can engage in. 3, mention 3 things we should avoid in order to stay healthy. And lastly, explain the things we should always do to reduce stress. Now let's go into our lesson proper. What are health-promoting behaviors? Now, health-promoting behaviors are those things we do, those things which we can do to avoid ill health. Health-promoting behaviors are those things which we can do to avoid ill health, social disregard, mental misbalance, and death. Did you get the meaning of health-promoting behaviors? Let me repeat it. I say that health-promoting behaviors are those things which we can do to avoid ill health, social disregard, mental misbalance, and death. Now, what do we mean by ill health according to our definition? It simply means sicknesses, diseases in the body. Then social disregard means taking someone as unimportant in the society. When someone is seen or taken as unimportant in the society, it means that that person is socially disregarded. Then mental misbalance means somebody's mental not balancing well. And we already know what death is, cessation of life. Once there is no life in somebody, it means the person is dead. Good. So health-promoting behaviors are those things which we can do to avoid ill health, social disregard, mental misbalance, and death. Now, we are talking about health. So I want you to pay rapt attention so that you will know those things that we can do in order to be healthy. Pay rapt attention. You know that none of us desires to be sick. Blessing, do you desire to be sick? No. What about you? Faithful, do you desire to be sick? No. I don't think nobody wants to be sick. Even you, Chamaka, David, Emmanuel. I know that none of you desires to be sick. So I want us to pay attention and learn the things we should do or the things we should avoid so that we will remain healthy as children and as adults in future. Because in future we'll become adults. We are not going to remain children forever. So the things we are going to be studying today will help you now as a child to be healthy and in future as an adult to remain healthy. Okay. So, like I said before, there are 3 things we are going to be discussing today. 3 things that we are going to be discussing, which when we do them, we will stay healthy. Now, the first one is regulated and normal drug practices. The first health promoting activities which we can engage in are 1. Regulated and normal drug practices. Now, regulated, I mean controlled. Controlled. If you don't want to use regulated, you can say controlled and normal drug practices. Now, such as avoiding self-medication. Avoiding self-medication. That is the first regulated and normal drug practice we must engage in. Self-medication means taking drugs without the doctor's advice. Taking drugs without doctor's advice. We know what drugs are or medicines, such as paracetamol, aspirin, name them. There are so many drugs we take, tetracycline, flagyl. We take those drugs when we are ill. But we must avoid self-medication. We are not supposed to take medicine that has not been given to us by a doctor or by a nurse or by your parents. Because as children, our parents can administer drugs to us according to the doctor's advice. So you are not expected to pick drugs anyhow and take. If you do that, what you are practicing is called drug abuse, and it is harmful to your health. Is that clear? Good. Another regulated and normal drug practice is avoiding smoking. Avoiding what? Smoking. Now, in our previous lessons on social studies, we have known the different things that people smoke. Different things people smoke. Can you give me examples of them? Yes, Chairman, give me one. Cigarette. Good. Good luck, give me another one. Okay. Marijuana. Okay, you're right. Another one. Chamaka, give me another one. Hash. Good. And hashish. No, the hashish can also be called marijuana. Now, take note. Marijuana, I just said marijuana now, is an example of the things that people smoke. But take note, when you are writing marijuana, write it the way it is spelled. Marijuana is spelled M-A-R-I-J-U-A-N-A, marijuana. But when you want to write it the way it is spelled and not the way it is said. Good. Now, another regulated and normal drug practices is avoiding the intake of hard drugs. Avoiding the intake of hard drugs. Also, in our previous lessons, we also knew the things that the hard drugs that people take, such as cocaine. What again? The hard drugs that people take: cocaine, Indian hemp, dry gin. Good. People also take them. Now, another regulated and normal drug practices we have here on the screen is avoiding drinking of alcoholic drinks. Now, alcoholic drinks are the drinks that contain alcohol in them. Drinks that contain alcohol in them. When people take them too much, they become intoxicated. They become drunk. They will be under the influence of the alcohol they have taken. So, as children, we should avoid drinking alcoholic drinks. And such alcoholic drinks, as we learned in our previous lessons on social studies, such alcoholic drinks are beer. Another one is wine. Some of the wines, though there are some non-alcoholic wines, but most of the wines people take contain alcohol in them. Another one is spirits. They are the drinks that people take which contain alcohol, which you are being advised not to take. Now, smoking, intake of hard drugs, and drinking of alcoholic drinks can cause so many health problems. Can cause so many health problems, as we studied in our previous lessons on social studies. They can cause problems like bedwetting. They can cause kidney damage. They can cause too much sleeping, that is oversleeping. They can also cause hallucination. Know what hallucination is? Tending to talk or see things and people that are not really there. It can also cause death. They can also cause death. They can cause so many health problems. So that is why we are being advised in this lesson to avoid smoking, intake of hard drugs, and drinking of alcoholic drinks. Now, the last regulated and normal drug practice here is refusing to join bad gangs. Yes. When it comes to choosing your friends, you have to be careful so that you don't choose friends that will lure you into doing bad things. You should make friends with people who are always ready to bring out the best in you. Those who will not lead you into doing things that will be harmful to your health. So, we have to be careful the people we mingle with, our friends that we stay with most of the times. Okay? Now, let's proceed. Another thing we are going to discuss, another practice we have to engage in order to be healthy in life is stress reduction. Stress reduction. Okay. Now, you might ask me, Auntie, what is stress? Auntie, what is stress? Now, stress means pressure. Stress means pressure or worry, which are caused by the problems we have in life. There are so many problems we have in life. Even as children, you have problems. When there is no food in the house, is it not a problem? When you are hungry, you will become disturbed. You will become restless. You will start complaining. You will start murmuring, throwing tantrums here and there. But we have to do certain things to reduce stress. That is what we are going to discuss now. There are certain things we must do in order to reduce stress, in order to reduce the pressure or worry which are caused by the problems we have in life. Now, the first one there is regular exercise. Regular exercise. Exercise is very important. You have to exercise your body every day. Once you exercise your body, you become healthy. When you do exercise, you will not be obese. Exercise prevents obesity. Now, exercise also helps you to be alert, mentally alert. It also helps you to increase your attention span. Attention span. As I'm teaching you now, you should have, large attention span so that you'll be able to pay attention to the end of this lesson. So exercise helps you to achieve that. Did you get? There are so many things. Exercise helps you to stay healthy. I have said that before. So you have to exercise yourself every day. You can run, you can jog, you can even dance. When you're dancing, you're exercising yourself. You can, cycle. You can do so many things in order to exercise your body so that you'll be healthy. Okay, another thing is engaging in constructive plays. Engaging in constructive plays. What do I mean by constructive plays? Useful plays. I know that you children love to play. You can play. Play cannot be separated from you children. But when you are playing, don't engage in such a play that can give you injury. You should avoid jumping down from a high place because you can sustain injury while you do that. Stop jumping from one chair to another. Stop sliding. So when you are playing, Play useful plays so that you don't enjoy yourself. Did you get that? Good. Now, another one is observing rest and relaxation time. Observing rest and relaxation time. Another one is having sound night sleep of about 8 hours. Now, let's dwell briefly on rest, relaxation, and sleep. Let me take sleep first. Now, when you are sleeping, your eyes are shut. You are not aware of what is happening in your environment. At that time, you are sleeping. And when you are sleeping, you cannot sustain injury. When you are sleeping, you are getting refreshed. Then, rest and relaxation, when you are resting, your eyes are not shut. When you are relaxing also, your eyes are not shut, your eyes are open. You are very much aware of what is happening in your environment at that time, but you are not engaged, you are not doing any physical activity. Your bodies, all the parts of your bodies are at rest. All the parts of your body are at rest. You can read a book while relaxing. You can watch television while relaxing. You can listen to music while relaxing or to news. You know, you children don't listen to news. When school resumes, I will ask you to tell me the things you heard on news during the lockdown. Just be radio. So start from now to relax and listen to news on radio and television. Okay? Now let's continue. I said that resting, sleeping, and relaxation, observing those times in your life helps you. They help you, sleeping, resting, and relaxation help you to be healthy. They help you to grow well. So if you want to grow taller than Antobi, you just need to be sleeping well, resting, observing your rest and relaxation time. You shouldn't play all day long. You should make a time to rest, make a time to relax, so that you can grow well. It can also make it also makes your brain to relax. You know, when your brain relaxes and when you begin to use it again after relaxing it, it will be more active than before. Another thing they do for you is that they prevent the risk of injury. Sleeping, resting, relaxing. You know, you can attest to that when you are at a place, when you are sleeping or you're just sitting there at a place, you are not playing, you're not engaged in any physical activity, you cannot sustain injury. So it reduces or it prevents the risk of what? Injury. And other good things that rest, sleep, and relaxation can give you. So start, if you have not been sleeping well, if you have not been resting and relaxing well, please start from now after this lesson. Now, another thing is avoiding problems. Another thing we can always do to reduce stress is what? Avoiding problems. Please, stay out of problems, children. Stay out of problems. Stay out of troubles. And you know, usually you say, she was looking for my trouble, so I beat her now and we started fighting. No. Even when somebody is looking for your trouble, if I must use your own language, when somebody is looking for your trouble, because I know you don't have trouble, you don't have problem, you have to avoid it. Make sure that you did not allow that trouble or problem to do what? To become, to escalate or to go on. Just stop it. Okay? When you do that, you are also helping yourself to be less stressed out. Okay, another thing is avoiding overlabor or overload. Overlabor. Labor simply means work, the different works we do. Now, in the house, as you are staying at home, I know you are helping mommy and daddy to do domestic chores. You help your mommy out in the kitchen while she is cooking. Chiamaka, I know you are helping your mommy out in the kitchen to cook the food you eat. Do you do that? Good. Now, I also know the boys among you, Faithful, David, Emmanuel. I hope you children help your daddy to wash his car. I know you also help in the cleaning of the house, washing of the toilet, and doing other house chores. If you must do that, you don't have to overlabor yourself. Once you are tired, just take out time to rest. Take out time to do what? Rest. When you are doing that, you are simply reducing what? Stress. Remember, we are discussing how we can reduce stress. Is that clear? Good. Now, overload means carrying things that can be heavy on you. Anything that you are carrying, and that thing is too heavy on you, that you can even start lowering your body. Or you become uncomfortable. You just have to put that thing down. Don't carry it. Tell your mommy or your daddy or whoever that asks you to carry that thing, that the thing is heavy on you. Is that clear? Good. Now, the third point, which is the last one there, is positive and good relationship with peers. Positive and good relationship with peers. And your peers are your mates. The people that are of the same age with you. You have to have good and positive relationship with them. You're also supposed to have positive and good relationship with your family members. Family members such as your mom, your dad, your aunties, your uncles, and all your siblings, of course. And even that's your house help. That house help in your house. You have to have positive and good relationship with him or her. Is that clear? You also have to have good and positive relationship with the school authorities. Who are the school authorities? Your principal, your vice principal, your teachers, your assistant teachers, and other staff in your school environment, in your school community. You have to also have positive and good relationship with them and other members of the society. Wherever you are, you have to do what? Have positive and good relationship with people, even in church and other places. Do you know why it is very necessary to have positive and good relationship with peers, family members, school authorities, and other members of the society? Do you know why? The reason is because when our social life is good and healthy, when our social life is good and healthy, it will help our physical life to be healthy as well. Good, and that brings us to the end of today's lesson. But I want to ask you, are you staying safe? You know, we are talking about health. We are talking about what? Health. And this is the reason why we've not resumed school, because there is sickness that is on the lips of everybody. Now, everywhere you hear coronavirus. There you hear coronavirus. And there are guidelines that have been stated by the NCDC. Those guidelines are, the full meaning of NCDC is Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Nigeria Center for Disease Control. That is the full meaning of NCDC. And now they have told us to do so many things in order to fight coronavirus, such as washing your hands regularly. Make sure you wash your hands regularly with soap under running water. I hope you are doing that. You don't have to let people to push you around to do it. It should be part of you. And also, using your face mask when you are in public. Use face mask when you are in public. Avoid being in where people are crowded. Stay at home, sit at home, but if you must go out, use your face mask. Okay? Maintain social distancing. It simply means that you should not stay close to people. Wherever you are, make sure you are staying on your own. Don't allow yourself to be touching people around you when you are in public. Okay? When you are sneezing or coughing, sneeze or cough into your bent elbow or use your tissue paper, which you must dispose of immediately after use. And other guidelines that had been given to us by NCDC and the federal and state government. If you observe those things, none of us will get coronavirus. That is how. Okay, before I go, I want to give you assignments. Now take your assignments. 1. What are health promoting behaviors? What are health promoting behaviors? 2. Write 3 behaviors we can avoid in order to improve on our health. Write 3 behaviors we can avoid in order to improve on our health. 3. State 4 things we should always do to reduce stress. The lesson is over here now, but don't fail to do and submit your homework. Thank you for listening and stay safe.